Bonsoir, mes amis, and welcome back.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Junior, and today I am joined by three special guests. I have Carson.
I'm back, the reigning champ of trivia.
Oh. And on this side over here, I do have Sabrina and Dan. We are currently in their house in Fairbank, Iowa. Me and Carson came out here to visit them. They are living in sin.
Oh,
no,
you didn't
we don't know
address what I
hands.
should do with my hands. Like,
oh,
am I putting them
like,
here?
you could just like,
am I,
like,
oh.
like just like change it. 10-second poses like essentially like that, but you just pose.
And
let 10 seconds pass by.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But
6,
why?
7.
Valentine's Day is in a few days, and I actually do have a sponsor for today's video. Do you want to introduce our sponsor?
Lupita, we love you, Lupe. This is for you, honey.
So my friend Lupe, she provided all the decor and the cookies and the decorations that we are going to use specifically for
Thank you, Lupita.
Thank you, Lupita. Specifically for today's video. We have some sugar cookies here and some basic decorations, and then we're going to go around and just ask either some Valentine's Day trivia or some conversation starters that we have here on our phones, and just kind of see where things go from there.
Well, he already doesn't have a shirt on, so I think you already know.
Right, so we're
This is a pumpkin.
This is what everybody thinks on Valentine's.
But it also looks a little like something that's not appropriate either.
I'm doing this shape as well, the pumpkin, which was actually supposed to be 2 hearts. But I think it looks like a set of lips, so I'm making lips because you give kisses on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
And no other time of the year.
Decided to take my half frosted heart, and I'm thinking about maybe exploding the other side with red icing here.
Ooh, like a broken heart.
We love an explosion.
Or bursting with love.
Oh. What is like a #1 quality that you look for, like a partner has to have, or it's a deal breaker?
Something that I look for in a partner is somebody who can make me laugh. I need to be humored. I cannot be bored. I need to be entertained, because I in turn will give that back.
Wow.
That's good.
This looks like a vagina.
Right, so about the family channel.
What were you going for?
I forgot to outline the heart before I did the arrow, but now it looks like a cooter. I think that I need someone who is partially submissive, partially aggressive, give into my every need, but also put up a good fight, because I'll get bored if they don't. I'm a Cancer, so I get really emotional about things, I get really mad about small things, so someone who's just gonna like let me be mad, but also at the same time tell me that I'm not supposed to be mad about it. Right, right. But like, so cause a fight, like we can go to bed mad, we don't have to speak to each other for days, that wouldn't bother me in a relationship.
Somebody who like,
someone who's
you
toxic.
can go like days without hearing from, know they're alright, they know you're alright, we're fine.
I think someone that will go on adventures with me. That's very important. And an adventure doesn't necessarily mean like summiting a mountain. It can literally be going to Walmart at 2 a.m. to wander around and do nothing.
And people watch.
Yes, or just like, I don't know, weird things.
You have to have a sense of humor, which I'm surprised hasn't been discussed yet, actually.
Pretty sure that was my answer.
Is that what you answered?
No,
yeah, that's what he said.
Sense of humor. And they have to entertain me, I can entertain them.
Oh,
but
I guess I didn't
people can
consider that.
share the
Different.
same quality.
Sure, totally, but he said nobody said it.
Oh, did he? No, I missed that. Sorry.
He's like, I'm surprised. I'm surprised nobody has said that.
Oh, he just said that.
I said that. Shout out to our sponsor, Lupe. Hey. This is the pumpkin.
Oh, so I shouldn't take a bite of mine yet, or I should?
And
So I can take a bite.
it's pretty cute.
Is this thing on?
I don't know if this is time to bring this up, but I would like my own video at some point
Right,
too.
yeah, I agree.
We
But
can
I
leave.
don't know what that is.
Yeah, we could leave.
What is something that everyone else likes and finds popular that you dislike, that you do not like?
Katy Perry. I don't like Katy Perry. I think she is annoying. She used to have some good music.
She had a
but
good time.
she
like
did this
2008,
whole.
and then she just.
Yes, she did this whole like thing where she was online. Do you remember that? Like for like 24 hours or something.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. I hated it. Am I a little bitter because she's married to Orlando Bloom? Yes.
I don't necessarily think that's an unpopular opinion though, because I've met a lot of people who don't like Katy Perry.
Really?
I just want to go on public record and state that I love Katy Perry. I always have and I always will. So I definitely disagree.
Okay. What's a pop star that you don't like that you think everyone loves?
Is Casey Musgraves a pop star?
Kind of. She's like that pop
But she is
country.
getting. Yeah.
emotion.
Like
Everyone like stands for Casey Musgraves. I like her. I don't stand for her.
Okay, that's
Well,
fair.
you like her.
Like
I don't think
she's
I dislike any pop star, really.
Iggy Azalea.
This might get me in trouble, especially being in the LGBTQ community.
And that's a capital B.
I like Ariana Grande's music. I like the songs that she comes out with. I think Ariana Grande is one of the most talented singers of this decade. I have just heard so many things about her being such a bad person, and she was on the show Sam and Cat, and I cannot get over how annoying her voice was in that show.
But I have heard a lot of people say that she's a big diva.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've got insider knowledge that said that Ellen DeGeneres is a diva too. So.
Right, we were talking about that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like
hot take.
Like the retention of like her staff, like people are constantly turning over
like
with the Ellen
mean
show. I don't know if she's mean or have a close source that disclosed that a close friend of his was on set with Ellen, worked for Ellen, or an internship with Ellen, and he had like an eye-opening experience because like it was not all sunshines and rainbows. They don't retain staff very well, which is like an insight to the staff culture. I don't know if she's me. I have no idea.
May I propose a flip of the script and talk about maybe underrated and underappreciated stars? My first thought was Steve Harvey. I just think he's underappreciated because he not only has his own talk show, and doesn't he still host Family Feud? I feel like he does like a third thing. He does a lot of stuff.
He has a talk radio show.
Oh, really?
I'm a pathological liar, so honestly, in my head it sounds real right, but
I don't
it
know.
could be real wrong.
Do you know who I miss? New York.
Tiffany Pollard!
You should probably put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video where, yes, Valentine's Day, love people, enjoy the people around you, your partners, but also this is a very negative video.
Okay, who was underrated, Carson?
So Jessie J, and I feel like for those of you who've tuned in before, I've talked about Jessie J before, but Jessie J is a phenomenal artist. Her lyrics touch your innards, like they touch you inside to your core. And I just don't feel like she has ever been given a chance in America. She's very popular in China.
See, I always liked her Subway videos.
Yes.
Because her voice is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And she was my favorite part of Bang Bang.
Jessie J, she can sing with her mouth closed.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
What do you mean?
We could watch the video. Maybe I don't know if I know how to insert a clip, but she can close her mouth and then she'll sing. You'll see her cheeks fill up and she'll sing and you hear her like as she's singing out loud. It's like a little bit muffled, but you can like hear it.
Well, Sab and I did try to save that rabbit's life that one time, but that didn't turn out.
Hot take.
True.
Hot take.
Okay, but to be
Share
fair,
that story.
we didn't kill that rabbit. We were not the cause of why the rabbit was even sick or dead. We just had to do the dirty work of taking this poor rabbit and trying to take it to the vet, driving all the way to the vet just for it to be dead. All they did at the vet was wrap it in a puppy pad, and they gave it back to us.
And that's the real tea.
And then we sprinkled critter
Raccoon repellent
on it, so the freaking raccoons who were running rampant that summer didn't dig up this poor rabbit. It was like kind of like a bystander effect, like everyone thought someone else was taking care of it, and nobody was taking care of it, but the people who were who made the most sense to take care of it probably should have been.
There were 2 rabbits on the property. One rabbit was being taken care of. The other rabbit wasn't. It was assumed that the person taking care of the one rabbit would be taking care of both of the rabbits.
I forgot about that rabbit.
But
if you opened a business, what would that business be?
Like, I want to own a bookstore. It would be my greatest dream in the world to own a used bookstore.
But what would be different about like your bookstore?
There would be like secret passages and stuff, and like little reading nooks, and
like that
kind of like Myopic Books in Wicker Park in Chicago. There's like all these different levels and little nooks and crannies, but more nooks and crannies and levels, and like you can open this bookcase and there's like another room with more books inside.
Like a speakeasy.
Yes. Ooh, and like a speakeasy kind of cafe. Like
so
you
would
go
be a
get
cafe?
some coffee or something. Well, tea. I don't like coffee, but
Like a name? Do you know what you would name this bookstore?
no, I'd have to think on it.
You can call it Books and
What about like
Crannies.
Breener's? What about like Breener's Books?
That's good.
That is good.
Books and Crannies. That's the whole point of it. Can you whistle? No, because when you laugh, it's hard to whistle.
Oh, he's still working on it.
Do you need to come back to you? Are you breathing in or out? You're breathing in. Can you whistle?
Yeah, I can do in and out.
No, he's showing off.
Breaks out in two.
Can you do anything with your tongue? Well, we're too far away from
I
that.
can do a lot with my tongue.
Okay. I've recently been able to, when I whistle, make an additional sound with the whistle.
Do it.
So.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Like you hum and whistle at the same time.
I'll tell you what I can't do. Body roll.
I'll do it slowly. Did you have your idea? It's so surprising to me that him of all people would not know how to body
I've never been
roll.
able to.
But Carson was talking about what business he would like to start.
So I would definitely like be into the.
They're hard.
Sorry.
I would love to get to like life coach status. Like I think that would be really cool to be able to like use my own journey to be able to like help others on their journey, especially find their inner truth.
I think a company, besides a plus size male review, because that doesn't exist out there, I think that
There's Big and Tall.
The clothing store?
Like just, like Kohl's Big and Tall.
A strip club.
Isn't there a store that's just called Big and Tall?
Yeah.
Like a men's
Big and
store?
Tall.
Yeah.
A strip club. A review. Is that what I said?
No, you said.
See, when you said review, I thought it was like you'd review clothes.
Clothes.
No.
Yeah, that's also what I thought.
No, it's like
REVUE?
Yeah, when someone like puts on a show,
Yeah.
review, like
Like
plus
a
size male
burlesque
dancers.
dancer.
Yes. I think that I would love one day to have my own media company, to where I'm not the person necessarily creating the content anymore, but as far as like the manager aspect side of it, helping other talent grow, or like facilitating classes where people like learn how to do things that are specific media related. Since I think that the creative part of it would be that, like, so say the three of you were part of this company, it would be.
So it's a job offer.
Because I've even thought about like on here, because like photography is such a basic thing to understand as long as someone takes the time to teach you and show you how to actually do photography. So I've even thought about like making photography specific videos, talent manager, or someone that goes out there and finds jobs for other people, since I can't find a job for myself.
Some people don't understand, especially with photography, that it's not just picking up a camera, pointing and shooting.
Right.
There is like an art to it. There is rhyme or reason behind like decisions you're making, and some people don't see that. So even some of those things, like I don't think people understand, like when you're making these videos or you're doing something, creating something, like it's not just you sitting down like, all right, well, let's do whatever we want to do. Like you put thought into it. You thought about setting this up. What does the lighting look like? Like what are the background sounds? Like where is this going? And I don't think people see every part of that.
I imagine the building would be like, not an office building, but like a creative space. My company and the offices are upstairs, and then downstairs are studios. And like that kind of thing. That like a YouTube space, essentially.
Yes,
like how YouTube has that.
You, Dan?
Oh, I can't think of a business I would do, but I just have my retirement plans.
In true Dan fashion.
My first one is a flower delivery man, because no matter what you do, you're always going to be delivering flowers to somebody.
You do have the body type of a flower delivery man.
What is that?
I don't.
I didn't know there was.
Am I thinking
type.
of a milkman?
So my second retirement plan option is just to be a national park ranger.
Yeah.
Is there an age
See,
cutoff?
in my head, you also have the body for that. Like, does that make sense to anyone?
Yeah,
Like,
that does come with a uniform.
And I don't have the head shape for most hats, but like I feel like those park ranger hats just fit anything.
Yeah, you'd look good in a park ranger hat. I'd love to run a funeral home, like be a mortician, and like it's sad, but like,
I'm taking you seriously, but I am
like
curious.
I love like high end and high like quality customer service interactions, and I feel like I would provide grieving families along with Sabrina and everybody at this table really. In a funeral home setting, we could really rake in the money.
Now,
can I just say, here's where I think you would struggle with that. You get invested emotionally.
Yeah.
As an embalmer, that's Sabrina. Remember we talked about it? We can figure out a way for you to become an embalmer.
Certified
Under the table, we'd get you certified.